DJ Wonder Chrissy, and it's Friday. It's the start of the weekend. It's the start of the UAW strike. I got my American hat on. It's surprising that none of my buddies at Ford have sent me a Ford hat. But anyway, we got the American hat for today. So now that there's a strike, they call it a stand-up strike. There's 3 different factories, it appears. One in Michigan, one in Toledo, Ohio, and one in Wentzville, Missouri that are striking. And I would suspect the other ones maybe called in sick or they're on a slowdown. Whatever, they're not churning out any more cars, I doubt, in any significant quantity. But so we got 150,000 UAW workers. And the longer this goes on, the longer our economy will endure more cuts, right? More paper cuts. And it's been happening for a while, right? Our economy just keeps taking on damage after damage after damage. So that 150,000 UAWs, when it starts trickling down to the vendors and the people that supply materials to the big 3, it goes tenfold. So it goes over 1 million jobs that are going to be affected. Maybe like 1.2 million jobs could be affected the longer this goes on. And what does that mean, right? People are going to miss their mortgage payments. People are going to start missing their credit card. I mean, not like they're not already now, but there's like $1.2 trillion, maybe more in credit card debt. That just keeps going up and up, folks. We've talked about that before. People are just using their credit cards to keep things going. So, today's, I guess, the first day of the UAW strike. Our friend Joey came out and mumbled a few words, and that's about it for now. So, they've had the Ford CEO and actually the GM CEO out there. They really believe that what the workers are demanding, or the people, right? I just watched some video, some news clips where the protesters or strikers were saying it's we the people against the big 3. That's a nice spin, but anyway, if they get what they want, they will definitely bankrupt the big 3 easily. And let's talk about EVs. I mean, they continue to push EVs, and there's actually the Ford CEO. He basically came out about a week ago and said that the reason that EV sales are way down is that anybody that wanted to adopt EVs have already gotten one. It's all those techie people. Excuse me. It's all those techie people. I know you guys have a lot of techie people in your lives, I suspect, that went out and bought an EV. I got one that I know of. And the funny thing is, though, they bought this friend of mine bought a Tesla, and now they're dropping the price. So, cars depreciate, right? So what do you think happens when you buy a car and they reduce the price $10,000, $12,000? That car you just bought a year ago is really worth much less than anyone would expect. And when you go to trade it in, if you have to, it's going to be worthless. So be careful what you do, right? You get on the front end of the technology spectrum, and things like that happen. So Tesla, I keep reading reports. Tesla has dropped their prices on various cars, and they're going to continue doing it. They're putting the pressure on Ford, which is now I'm hearing Ford's on track to lose $6 billion in EVs alone. Last I heard, they lose like $58,000 for every EV they create. It's at this point, until they ramp it up for, you know, mass production and mass acceptance. I mean, you just don't produce something that nobody wants. But anyway, until they get to that point, they're losing $58,000 per vehicle. I mean, they're selling these cars, you know, for probably $65,000, $75,000, maybe $80,000. So they're not making a hell of a lot on these cars. And if you go out and look at the dealers, you're gonna see like 5 or 6 of them sitting there, and you know, the prices on them are going to be bleached out because they've been sitting there for 3 or 4 months, and nobody's buying them. I don't blame it. I'm not an EV guy, and I'm not going to promote EVs. I am a super premium guy. I love super premium gas in the morning. It's an awesome smell, and I'm not moving away from that for a long time. But you know, the government's trying to ram it down our throats, and there you are. Thus, everyone that was stupid enough to buy an EV has gotten one now, and now it's depreciating oodles and oodles on them while they sit there and watch. So congratulations, folks. So that's all I have. It's a Friday. It's a beautiful day here. It's like 75. I think we're going to take the Land Cruiser out and head north to Lake Geneva today. See what we can find there. It's a beautiful day to head up that way, and it won't be long before the trees start turning. I'm seeing, I got some maples here that are just starting to turn a little red at the tips, but maybe I'll give you a shot of that in the beginning of this video, and that's what those are. But the rest of the trees seem to be holding on their leaves so far. But, you know, I've been picking apples for like a month now. Every time a storm comes through, I got a couple apple trees, and they throw some apples on the ground, and the chipmunks, and we get a deer that comes here too. And he's got a nice little bed in the grass here that he comes and he sits in the darkness at night and munches on the apples and disappears before morning. So I need to get the trail camera out to record some of that. But anyway, it's Friday about noon. UAW strike is in full force. The MGM, we'll be talking about the MGM cyber attack. I got a lot of news on that, and a lot of disinformation out there too about that. But anyway, they're suffering through that, and we'll see. I feel for anybody that had planned a Vegas trip at an MGM Resorts property for the next month, folks. Sorry, but it's not where you want to be when a cyber attack hits. So I hope those people that did take a vacation out there anyway had a good time and maybe went to a different resort. But anyway, DJ Wonder Chrissy over and out. Have a great weekend, and get ready for some more destruction of the economy.